What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Code102 aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. This is the big one. This is my opinion on who is potentially going to win the MVP award. There are so many fantastic players out there, so many players that are so deserving to be the most valuable player, not only on their team but probably in the world today. But unfortunately, there's only one person that can get this award. It's a very illustrious award. It's probably the best award you could possibly get when it comes to records and individual rewards. So it's going to be it's already been, if you think about it, such a close race between so many people. But only one person can win it, and we'll get down to the people that I think, even if they're not really in contention, are deserving to be in the conversation at least. So let's get started. I'm going to go, first of all, I need to speak about James Harden, because a lot of people don't give James Harden enough credit when it comes to being the most valuable player in the world. I know he's won one MVP, but countless times that, where he could have won it or should have won it, other people have been taken, has replaced him for MVP or been put in his spot, whether undeservingly or deservingly so. James Harden's been overlooked as a MVP type player for a long time now. He is, in my opinion, the most diverse scorer that we've ever seen. Maybe behind Michael Jordan, but he's definitely up there. He's such a quality player. He's an offensive monster. He can drop 60 at any given time in a blink of an eye, and you've got to give him his respect and you've got to give him his credit. He is an MVP type player. Yes, his defense is not as good as maybe an MVP type of caliber player should, but his offense honestly carries the load for that. And he has improved defensively as well. Not to say that he doesn't play defense. I think he does play, but you know, some people just are not technically gifted on the defensive end than others. But other than that, I think James Harden, he's definitely up there in my eyes as MVP this season. I think he might not be able to win it just based on the people that are ahead of him at this time, but he's always up there, and he's always in my thoughts when it comes to potential MVP winners every season. And he's one of the best players in the world, man. You got to give him respect. We'll move on to maybe a sleeper pick, an underrated type of player. I want to talk about Nikola Jokic. Now, Nikola Jokic, stats-wise, he probably doesn't rank up compared to everybody that we can speak, even for James Harden, and we're speaking moving towards. But Nikola Jokic does absolutely everything for his team, and he does it all at an elite level. He is a triple-double machine. He bags assists like he's a point guard. He dribbles. He can shoot as well. He's a very good shooter. Defense is a little bit of a slow point for him, but he's still pretty good for his size and his stature as well. And their team is up there as one of the best teams in the West. How many times have we slept on the Nuggets every season? Because the West got better this year. We can all say that the West has got better this year, but everybody's sleeping on the Nuggets, saying that they're going to fall out of the playoffs. That's the team that's not going to keep it up, and they're keeping up. They're like in the top 4 seeds, and they're killing the game. And Nikola Jokic is the main reason, man. He honestly is the main reason. I think without Nikola Jokic, that Denver team would probably be down towards the 8th seed type of team. But even if that we don't have to live in hypotheticals here, because Nikola Jokic is on that team and he's killing it every single time he plays. They've beaten quality teams, and you got to give respect where it's due. Yeah, the stats might not be in his side, but he does everything, so he deserves recognition as well. We can go on to LeBron. I think LeBron James, you always expect LeBron to be in an MVP race. He's the best player in the world, even still today. But stats probably won't be in the favor of that this season. This season, I think, when it comes to record and stats, there have been players that have been better than him in those categories. But you can never deny that LeBron James brings something to a team that no one else can bring. This Lakers team was without Anthony Davis, so we can't really compare. But look at the Cavs team that he was in. That Cavs team was nothing without. Look at where they are now. Most of those players are still on that Cavs team, and they're pretty much close to last in the East. But when LeBron was on that team, they made the finals. Maybe, yes, times are different, and he probably wouldn't make the finals if LeBron stayed on the Cavs. But you cannot deny that he brings just something special to every team he comes on. Every team that you put LeBron in, it's an instant let's go win a championship contending top team. Even the last year's Lakers, before he got injured, those Lakers were the 4th or 3rd seed and they were going to have home court advantage, and then LeBron got injured and they didn't end up making the playoffs. That's all out of LeBron's hands, really. But with that team, they would have made the playoffs, man. They would have made the playoffs if LeBron stayed. And that's a scary thing. Now they got a better team, and they're first in the West, and they're comfortably first in the West. So, yeah, you got to give LeBron a lot of credit. Best players in the world. And I just think just because he's aging doesn't mean that he's not still killing the game, man. He's still, in my eyes, the best, if not definitely in the top 2 best players in the world today. And I think there's going to be a lot that's going to have to happen to change my mind on that. Moving on, we also have Anthony Davis, LeBron James's partner in crime for the LA Lakers. I think Anthony Davis has had one of his most efficient seasons as a player, and you can't deny that being with a better team helped Anthony Davis tremendously. I think defensively he's insane. He's had the best defensive numbers of his career this season. Points wise, he's dropped a lot of 50-point games. He's dropped a lot of 40-point games. He scores in bunches. He's a very streaky scorer. And what can you say about Anthony Davis? I think everybody knew since he was drafted he was going to be a potential one of the best players in the world, and he's shaping up to be one of those. It's insane that the LeBron and Anthony Davis are playing together still to this day. It's insane to me. But 2 of the best players in the world playing together, that's why the Lakers are the top team in the West. And you got to respect that. Anthony Davis, he's definitely up there. He's definitely up there when it comes to stats. He's definitely up there when it comes to the way he plays. He plays on both ends. And, yeah, fair play. Now, there are a couple of players that you could possibly say if they were healthy or if they were playing more games, they would be in this MVP race. For instance, you could arguably say if Kevin Durant was healthy, he would be in this MVP race. And same with Kawhi. I don't think Kawhi plays enough games to maybe secure the MVP and maybe stats-wise this season. But you cannot deny that those 2 are one of the best players to ever play the game. Kawhi Leonard has changed the game just in this season. He brought a team that was never expected to even make the finals to a championship. Yes, there have been controversies that can debate why it's not as important as people think, but that's the first championship that the Raptors have ever won, and Kawhi Leonard did that. Kawhi Leonard did that, and that's history that can never be undone. And same with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, a lot of people would say, oh, because he moved to a championship, he moved to the Warriors, he's a snake and all of this. You can't deny that his input on a championship team and an input on a team that's supposed to be contending for a championship but never quite got there, his input has always been similar. He's a fantastic player, and he's just one of the best in the world. I think everybody agrees that. There's been arguments that he is the best player in the world. So, of course, there's those 2. I want to get down to the final 2 players that I think are probably most likely to win the MVP race. I'm going to start off with Luka Doncic. I mentioned Luka Doncic in a most improved video, I believe. But Jesus, he's so much more than a must-improve type of player. In his second season, he's pulling stats that no one could even dream of pulling. Most people can't dream of pulling off. And it's incredible. It's honestly such a joy to see. Luka Doncic is probably going to be the face of the NBA when LeBron goes, or when LeBron starts to decline. Luka's going to take over that. That's how I really think that. But there's just one player that's just taken over in terms of that. But let's stick to Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic, I think he's probably the best passer in the game today. He sees the floor like nobody else. He was always hyped to be a next level player. He was always hyped ever since he was about 14 to be one of the NBA's best, or college best, or European. He's a European player. He played in the EuroLeague. He did fantastic there, and he's only getting better, man. He's only getting better. It's only his second season in NBA, and he's killing the game already, bro. He's showing star qualities that most people cannot, and it's simply unfair. It's unfair for the NBA when this guy gets better. Oh my goodness, expect championships for the Mavericks or wherever he goes to play. If he stays with the Mavericks or not, expect championships from Luka Doncic. And last but not least, my opinion, the winner of the MVP this season is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, with Giannis, I think we all know what to expect from Giannis, but there's been a lot of sleepers, a lot of sleepy tactical things that he's changed. For instance, his three-point shooting this year is the best of his career, and he's putting up better numbers than last year when he won the MVP. There is literally nothing more you can ask from a player than what Giannis does. He does everything, and he does it at elite to best in the world type. Points, he's one of the best in the world at scoring points, easy points as well. Shooting, he's improved the shooting tremendously since he came into the NBA. And just imagine, and you got assists, defense, everything. So Giannis is my winner of the MVP. I want to thank you all for watching. This is your boy Code 102, and peace.